So we're going to talk today about setting up to hit the ball off a tee, okay? And this goes for young people who are playing T-ball, or it's even for people doing practice, okay? How to set yourself up for success to hit the ball off the tee. Alrighty. What we want to start with, okay, let me get the tee out of the way. Our setup to the plate, and this goes for hitting the ball in flight as well. We want to line up with our front foot, the front of our front foot in line with the front of the plate, just like that. That's a good place to start. In terms of distance away from the plate, you want to just hinge at the hips slightly, okay, just like when we hinge when we're going to hit, and you want to be able to reach out with your front arm and touch the middle of the plate, okay? If you can do that and touch the middle of the plate, then with a good swing, you should be able to cover the whole plate. Well, that bounced across, but yeah, you'll cover the whole plate there. Alrighty, so hinge over, touch the middle of the plate, front foot in line with the front of the plate, okay? Now, when we set our tee up, we want to make sure that we set the tee up a little bit out in front of the plate, okay? We don't want to set the tee up on here. You might have a different type of tee to this, a tripod tee. We don't want to set the guys up with a tee here because we're going to jam them up. They're going to be jamming up every time. So whether you're practicing or you're playing a game of T-ball, you're starting them off in the wrong foot already if you put the tee on the top of the plate, okay? Where we hit the ball in the game of baseball, where we aim to hit the ball, 2 or 3 inches out in front of the plate. So we want to have good extension, boom, out in front of the plate. So when we're practicing, unless we're doing different types of drills, and when we're playing T-ball, set the tee up out in front of the plate so that then you can teach them to set up correctly to the plate, and they're starting off on the right foot for success to hit the ball, okay? Again, we go through our stance, our timing, vision, watch the ball off the tee. When I'm talking to kids about hitting the ball off the tee and hitting the ball in a game of T-ball, we talk about making sure that they focus on that ball when they're swinging it, okay? Just like we talked about with our setup and stance, timing, vision, they want to be looking at it with both eyes. And a good thing to teach kids, and even when you're doing batting drills, is after you hit that ball, you want to be looking at the top of that empty tee, okay? Don't worry about watching where the ball goes. You want to be looking at the top of that empty tee, just so that we can train our heads to stay in that zone a little bit longer, okay? Because a lot of kids are going to fly off with their head, okay? So look at the top of the empty tee after you hit it. And that's a good basic way to set up to the tee.